Hello, Least Like Critic 75 here. Here to get into that Christmas spirit with the holiday comedy Elf. That's right, if you got a good look, it's Will Ferrell. Of course, you got a good look. The movie came out in 2003. It's the story of Buddy. Who is Buddy? Well, one night when Santa was bringing toys to the orphanage, a baby climbed into his backpack. When he came back, Santa was at a pause on what to do, because no human has ever set foot in the North Pole. But you know what they did. They decided to keep him and raise him. The only problem is, Buddy doesn't quite fit in. And when he really grows to man size, he really doesn't fit in because he's large. And they are all 3 feet tall. But his Papa Elf, played by Bob Newhart, in a very funny performance by the way, decides to tell him that he was really a human and tells him about his parents in the past, his father played by James Caan and the mother who passed away some time ago. So Buddy soon sets out on a trip to find his dad, only to discover when he gets to the big city, Christmas spirit seems to be lost. And Buddy, being raised by elves and everybody's nice to each other, is totally unequipped to deal with the outside world. How will he deal with it, and will he save Christmas? Well, if you haven't seen the movie, I suggest you rent it. But this is one of my favorite Christmas comedies. It's one of Will Ferrell's funnier films. It's one of his films where he glorifies his talent besides downplaying it. Most of his other films, he downplays his talent. But this is one of a few films where it gets glorified. It really does. And it's a 10 out of 10 for me. I've had such a great cast: James Caan, Mary Steenburgen, Ed Asner, and all that, and Peter Dinklage as Miles Finch. You'll know him when you see him. And Zooey Deschanel also is good. She sings beautifully in this movie too. So if you're in the mood for a good Christmas comedy, I suggest you go out and rent Elf. If you haven't seen it yet, please rent it. It's a delight. Elf. Merry Christmas!